Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. For those of you who often inquire about what I'm wearing on my lips, this is a liquid lipstick from the House of ColourPop in the shade Viper 6101. I'm so glad I remembered. I'm very proud of myself. Now, today in this video, we're going to be discussing the fragrances that I have worn the most so far in 2021. Now, last year, there was this epic tag called Show Me Your Dent. And it was started by Kia, aka Yummy411, here on YouTube. I will put all of her information in the description box below. Her tag was, I think, in 2020. However, I'm seeing some people revive it and do it again, like a round two type of thing, just because we really liked the name. Like Show Me Your Dent was so fun and so creative. Whereas you have all these, my most worn perfumes, my most used perfumes, what I'm wearing a lot or whatever. Show Me Your Dent. Just, I don't know. I just really, really love it. So I will go ahead and retag that. And I'll also put my video up that I did last year because I actually did this tag last year. So let's jump into this because this list is actually a little longer than I expected it to be. First up is a fragrance that I already finished. I showed you guys in the previous videos and I did on my Instagram the empty bottle because I hurried up and repurchased her. This is my favorite fragrance from the House of Marc Jacobs. This is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love. So I can't show the dent here again because I've already gotten rid of the bottle. I used it all up. I literally used it all up. So just as a placeholder to let you know, it was Marc Jacobs Daisy Love that I finished a complete bottle of in 2021. Next up is the beautiful bottle, the beautiful juice, just sexy all around, La Belle from the House of Jean Paul Gaultier. I am really moving along nicely in this bottle. I feel free to do so now because I have a backup bottle of her as well as the La Parfum. I'm going to have to start forcing myself to wear that one. It is a pretty fragrance, but it can't hold a candle to this one. Of course, that is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle. Next, we have a surprise because I have had this perfume some months and months and months and months now. Maybe a year, I don't know. And I just now started reaching for it this year. This is Trésor La Nuit. It's really hard. Let me face it this way. It's really hard to tell because these bottles are shaped so exquisitely that gives you a little bit more of an idea of how much I've used. So I'm really loving this. Is Trésor La Nuit, the Eau de Parfum. So I know there are a ton of flankers, but this is the original La Nuit version. And I love it. I used to hate the incense. It used to be too much. My gosh, this is just a super sweet, sexy fragrance. There's a darkness to it. Yeah, I just love it. This fragrance I call a sleeper because I think a lot of us were asleep on this fragrance. We weren't looking for it, weren't checking for it. I literally didn't pay attention at all. And I'm so grateful to Paola Bianca because she talked about it. Somebody sent her a sample. She raved about it on her channel. I immediately went out and purchased it. And it was a love at first sniff. This is from the House of Givenchy. This is Irresistible Eau de Parfum. I put this one down because I thought I was going to run straight through it. I mean, I kept reaching for it. So this has not been in my collection even, 6 months. I may have had this maybe 4 months, y'all. 3 or 4 months. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm a sucker for musk. I'm a sucker for pear and ambrette, certain notes like that. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This next one should be no surprise. I have not been holding back anymore. I'm craving her a lot, and so I'm wearing her. I mean, I know it's discontinued. It's harder to find, but I'm just ready to wear her when I want to. I don't want to hold on to things and leave them on the shelf like they're just so special. I bought them to wear them, so that's what I'm going to do, discontinued or not. This is Truth or Dare Naked by Madonna. I love this fragrance. I'm here for this fragrance. I'm going to enjoy this fragrance. The House of Moschino had a lot of activity from me this year. This is Toy 2 Pink Bubblegum from the House of Moschino. You can probably tell a little better here, the Dent. I love this fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. Does not have the best longevity. I don't care. The bubblegum notes and the florals are just absolutely fantastic to me. Also from the House of Moschino, I finally started picking up Moschino Toy 2. I think that's what this one is. And I have a nice little dent in there too. This is such a beautiful, fruity, like woody fragrance. This puts me in the mind of Versace Eros Eau de Toilette formulation. They're, they just vibe alike. I really enjoy this fragrance. There are a couple of people on here who talk about this, but I think this should get more credit for just being a really, really pretty spring fragrance. I purchased this and it was too much of a jasmine bomb. And my baby, Amy Glam, kept ranting and raving about this. And I was like, let me go back and revisit this freaking perfume. It's kind of sort of like my namesake. Has one too many R's in it, but we're going to forgive them for the misspelling, okay? This is from Giorgio Armani, and this is TeraMichelle. Listen, what can I say? I wore this 3 days in a row once I went back to revisit. I said, okay, I'm in. I'm sold. Next up, also from the House of Giorgio Armani, we have one of the best tuberose fragrances on the planet, according to me. It is candied and bubblegummy. I live for this fragrance. This is My Way from the House of Giorgio Armani. Next is another fragrance that I have to stop myself from wearing because I have such a small bottle and I will literally wear this day in and day out because I love this fragrance. It is not world-changing or earth-shattering, but it is absolutely TeraMichelle captivating. This is I Want Chew from the House of Jimmy Choo. Next up, we have a top 20 fragrance of mine, and this is an inspired by fragrance. I love being able to say that there is a dupe in my top 20, y'all. Probably my top 15, if I'm gonna be honest. This is Powdery Hawthorne from the House of Dossier. This is inspired by Tom Ford's Metalique. I've never smelled Metalique. I don't need to smell Metalique because this is, y'all forget about it. I've talked about it 1,000 times on my channel. Powdery Hawthorne. I will never be without this in my collection as long as Dossier keeps making it. I don't know if you can't tell from the front. So let me actually show you the dent in it. And I got this year as well. So, banger. This next one is probably going to be gone this year. I won't be repurchasing her, but I love her. And she may come back into my collection, in that 5-year wind down, dwindle down your collection period I'm giving myself. This is Because It's You by Emporio Armani. There's something about this fragrance that speaks to me. I cannot explain to people why I love it the way that I do, but I know I'm not alone because every time I mention her, I get a ton of people in my comments saying, I know, I love it too. It is so pretty. It is just so pretty. And I love it around the holidays. I love it for some reason around Christmas time. I can't even make any sense of that, but I don't need to try to. Because it's you, baby. Because it's you. Next up, we have Beyond Romance from the House of Ralph Lauren. This raspberry note, forget about it. This is a beautiful fragrance. And, oh man, I just love it. That's all I can say about it. Beautiful for the sake of being beautiful. Pretty for the sake of being pretty. Absolutely just delicious. I love this fragrance. Surprisingly, again, I'm going to blame Amy Glam for this one because I had this on my list and just didn't want to spend what they were asking for it. Then finally I had some points to cash in and it was on sale and I did all of that to get it. And I was not wowed. I was not impressed. I was like, it's okay. But it's not all that everybody cracked it up to be. And then I started realizing that I was reaching for it every day. I was wearing it over and over again. And still to this day, I smell it from the top and I'm like, it's cool. It smells like that Coconut's About Summer DKNY Be Delicious fragrance. It smells like that. But I hadn't had that one yet. I had this one first. So I can say that now in hindsight. And that one was like $10. This one was not. But I still, once it gets on me and my body heats up and it interacts with my chemistry, let me tell y'all something. This is so sexy. This is so sexy. This is Aqua Allegoria Coconut Fizz by the House of Guerlain. Yeah, this one, can you tell? Can you guys see how low it is? What if we do it this way? There, look at what I did. Baby, I recently purchased this perfume, I think like at the end of the summer. It definitely hasn't been a full 6 months yet. I was wearing this thing every day. Then I would wear something else for 1 or 2 days and come right back to it. There is something in this that's made specifically for me. It just speaks to me. It talks to me. And then when it gets with me, it talks up off of me. And it is just everything that I want a perfume to be. So again, very confusing fragrance to me because the magic happens once it's on me. So, you know, hey, I've been wearing it. We get along. I am tired of holding on to this fragrance because I do prefer the eau de toilette formulation. So I decided it's best to go ahead and start using it and get rid of it because I won't repurchase it. I really fell in love with it though. I really, really do like this. I still prefer the eau de toilette. I still will not be repurchasing this one, but I'm glad that I am experiencing it. This is Poison Girl Eau de Parfum. Nice little dent in there for a perfume that I had just been letting sit there and I just recently started wearing. Very addictive, just like the eau de toilette. But there's magic in that EDT, baby, that's missing in this one. So for me, like I said, but I still like it. Last but not least, this should not be a surprise to anyone. This is the winner chicken dinner of 2021 for me. Literally either my first or second favorite fragrance purchase of the year. I really think it's number one. And I know a lot of you think I'm crazy when I say that, but again, it is about the memory. It is about the excitement. It is about the fun and the joy that it brings me and the fact that it smells absolutely delicious. So this is a judgment-free zone. It also helps that it comes from the label, the niche house, the Black Excellence House, Black-owned brand, niche brand of the Taliaferro. Y'all already know, say it with me. This is Room 129 from the Taliaferro. I also affectionately call it Fruit Punch Kool-Aid. I believe the notes in here are like cherry, powder, and bubblegum. Baby, it smells like the best cup of Kool-Aid you could ever have. So that's the Dent. I do have a backup bottle of this, so I'm going to unleash. I had been reining myself in from wearing her too. No more. Now that I know I have another bottle, it's about to go down, and she will probably also be gone by the end of this year. That is it, you guys. Those are the fragrances that I have been wearing the most this year. Those are my biggest dents. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop it in the comments and let me know what fragrances you have been wearing the most this year so far. It's not over yet, so we may have some new dents that we create by December 31st. If you're still here, please do not forget to click the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel. Join the Terra Squad. I'd love to have you here. Then click that notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. I love talking to you guys in the comments. See you there. And until then, bye.